fucking name. What's up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? I'm doing a commission today. Was a Gothic blank. We had a Don't Giddy stream where somebody had a prompt on Ross mode that they didn't follow. They didn't do it. They left like a prick. And I got commissioned to do it as a full, detailed rendering for the purposes of print. So I'm doing that. And the prompt was a walrus who is wearing a wet floor sign as armor, with a traffic cone as a hat, mopping shit off the floor. Now, I have always favoured the realism side of illustration, but I kind of, this is a goofy idea and I don't want to make him too real because it'll lose all of its whimsy then, so I'm going to do it differently instead. But hey, hello. If you're wondering why that guy got banned before, it's because he came into stream, didn't say a single word, and then immediately self-promoed. That's against the rules. Get fucked. Especially because it's like trying to promo their work as like a graphic designer, and I'm like, dude, read the room. I'm a graphic designer. Do you think I need you? Hate it when people do that. It's absolutely the worst thing. It makes you a prick. Nobody wants to work with you then. So I've got some reference images here that I've grabbed online. I want to make our guy a little bit of a chunky chunk. But got to be relatively real. The physics of it have to feel right. He has to feel like he is a heavy set walrus creature. So that's my biggest thing. I want that. And that is basically where I'm starting off from. So this is my sketch as we are at the moment. Just get rid of that extra one. Put it on the wrong layer. Okay. So, yeah, this is my current sketch. But I am open to other designs, so I'm going to keep sketching it out until I get one that feels right. I like how sort of weird their body shapes are. They're very big up top and very narrow down bottom. Because that sort of makes sense. Because then they're sort of like torpedo shaped through the water, right? Like that. But it would also mean that they've got quite a heavy upper body. And not really a lot at the bottom. So the question is, do we go for, you know, chibi-esque sort of cutesy style? Because it's cute? Or do we go for something more real? because it's a walrus. The other question is he a humanoid? Or is he an anthropomorphic walrus? So he could be, you know, full anthropomorphic walrus with tiny legs. Because, you know, that's how walrus do. That looks a little bit too uncanny valley for me, though. So I don't know how I feel about that. Or it could be, you know, just full on human. But with a walrus face. Right, like that. But then again, I'm not really all that sold on that. I don't want to go for I want to go for something a little bit. Let's take a look at the face. I want to have a look at the face. So if we take a look at these, the sort of this thing, right, which is sort of bean shaped, with this on the front of it, and then this on the front of that. And that below it. So if I move that back over, this is sort of the face structure. Yeah? If I leave that there, and just draw around it. So then we've got, like, have that sort of a feeling. It's all round shapes. All round shapes. Have the mouth closed. Still have the very long tusks. And then this back to here. And then see the eye is on the side of the head here. The other one's only just visible over here. But the nose goes all the way up. Quite far receded on the head as well. And then this. And comes down here. So I like this. That's pretty fun for a start. But it's this segmented feel between like this and this that I don't like. I want it to be like one big blobby thing.
Twisted Pixel 66 is a certified Chad.
Twisted! Welcome in. I was just thinking about you actually. Wondering how your artwork from the other day went. I'm just doing a commission. This is, it's one of the Gartic blanks that we had from recently. Because of a chode who decided to leave the game early. And I had a commission paid to finish it up. It's the walrus janitor with a traffic cone on the head and wet floor sign body armor. I like the idea of having a more human-like mustache, because like they've got this whole bristly business, right? But I like the idea that this guy's gonna be like he's gonna be a bugged out, sort of irritable janitor. That it's not exactly his calling. He doesn't particularly enjoy it. He's here for the check, you know, the paycheck. I think something like this would be very fun for that. Oof. Pardon me. Oh, hey, Twisted, are you going to be there for Critters tomorrow? I've got the map ready and everything. The question is hair. Do I give him hair on top as well? Or does he stay bald? Because I kind of like the idea that his hair matches the mop, and he's got like a mop hair look. There's something going on here with like a center part. Because the skull shape really does look a lot like a center parting. Really, the goofier the better with this thing. I wanna make him look proper goofy. I'm not convinced on the mop hair actually. Maybe glasses is what I need. Imagine if he had like these kind of glasses with an incredibly long bridge. That would look ridiculous. And then you could have his overalls. Avoid tangents, Luke. Does he look like a bitch? I want it to sort of, I want it to scream, heavy set. So I kind of feel like having the buttons on his clothes be taut like this is really gonna accentuate that, right? But then I don't particularly want him to have the big shoulders because they don't in real life. Like the neck slopes down into the body, like that, right? So I kind of want that for this as well. Like this. Okay. I think I am set on this style now. Pretty sure, yeah. Actually. Keep that down there for posterity. Mars! Welcome in, Mars. I'm working on a commission. It's from a Gartic blank from the other day on Giddy's stream. Where that person left and left a Ross mode unfinished. I got commissioned to finish it. So it's a walrus face on a person who is mopping up shit off the floor because it was a day where there was particularly quite a lot of subs. And they've got a traffic cone hat and a wet floor sign armor. That's what I got commissioned to draw. So I'm drawing it. But this is sort of how I'm trying to figure out the arms. I feel like there's so much weight in them. Like, look down here, right? That whole bit is so hard to decipher, and they're always, like, lying like that. Yeah. How's your day going, Mars? Oh, and are you going to be there for Critters tomorrow, by the way? I've got a map ready. Been chilling in Discord with people, rough weekend, so distracting myself. I feel that, I feel that. It's, I've felt some, like, a small amount of spoons have come back to me now that I've gotten towards the end of this project, but it doesn't, pardon me, doesn't necessarily make it over. We have to actually, like, this is our formative assessment, so we have to hand it in and they give us some final feedback so that we can iterate on it for our final piece that then gets handed in January, and I am not in the mood to have to redo any more of this shit. But I've made a link tree that links to all of the different unlisted videos that I've done on YouTube so that people can scroll through them. And I've also made one looped file that has all of the animations all looped together over, I think it's nearly an hour. It took like an hour and a half to render it. And I've got that stored on my iPad, so when we display everything on Tuesday, I've got my 4 A3 sides done with the writing. I've got this done. I've got my sketchbook will be filled out by that point with printouts stuck in it. I'm legit just chilling at this point. I've even done the work for my other module, which is like the professional stuff, professional standards and how to get into the workplace and all of that for tomorrow. So I'm trying my absolute best to keep head high and all of that good stuff. So I'm seeing the mop as being like this, right? Like he's lifting it up slightly. Thank you. I mean, we've got to, like, critique other people's work and stuff. We have to go around the room and, like, comment on everybody's stuff. And I know that people are going to comment on mine, well, it doesn't look very sleepy. And I'll be like, okay, if you actually read the text on the thing that I typed out, specifically responding to that thing in particular, then you'll see why it doesn't look particularly sleepy. It's not supposed to. Right. So... yeah, it is. It really is. Right. I don't like that. I kind of want it more there, I think. I think the thing that's throwing me about this traffic cone is everybody knows the size of a traffic cone, right? But not everybody knows the size of a walrus. So how much do I want to indicate the scale of this thing with the traffic cone? I feel like there, maybe. They are pretty funny. I mean, just look at the ones on the left. They look goofy as fuck. This guy, I love this guy. He's so fucking fun. Um... Uh, mm, mm, mm. Right. Now, this is the part where I have to figure out how I'm going to wedge a wet floor sign in here as well. He really is. He is laughing at everybody. He's certainly laughing at me for having to draw him. Have you been watching the new series of Taskmaster? Fucking love that show. What I really love about the new show is that as ever, I only really know two of the people on it. But Jack D is on it. Yeah, I get that. Jack D is great. Jack D is... I don't know if you know Jack D, but he's a British comedian that's well known for being wooden and foul-tempered. Like he's a grumpy old git, basically. Um, but I just fucking love his snarkiness. He's always so fucking aggravated by every little thing. But then there are some really dumb moments where, like, he's got, like, a difference about him. Yeah, he's got, like, a difference about him. That's surprising, refreshingly so. There will be a moment where he'll just sort of laugh for no reason. He'll just start laughing, and I'll be like, huh, you found that funny. Okay. Oh, yeah, they're properly proud. Well, this is why I wanted to have really long tusks on him. So that he, instead of just being a goofy little guy, he's got some pride in him, and that's why he's, like, got his half-rimmed glasses, and he's, like, holding himself upright and stuff. But yeah. Yeah. So the idea behind this is that it's going to be printed at some point. So I want to make sure that it is worthy of printing. And there's just some things that I want to make sure are perfect about it. I also want to get a decent colour palette for it. Because I don't want it to be plain grey drudgery like you would expect a janitor to have. I want it to be something better than that. Pardon me. God, I'm very gassy today. I apologise. Lucy! Welcome, welcome. Adding more to the total. I love it, I love it. I think that'll bring us up to 30k so far. Out of 100. So, still got a way to go. Got to get everybody contributing towards it. Oh. I'm doing a commission today. You've got 39.6k. Well, you can only do 2k a session. 2k a stream. Yeah, I'm doing a commission today, Lucy. It's, what do you call it? It's a Gartic blank from the other day. Some chode decided to leave the game too soon and left a perfectly good Ross mode prompt undone. So I got commissioned to finish it in full detail. And it is a walrus cleaning up shit off the floor with Um, a wet floor sign armor, and a traffic cone hat. So that's what I'm doing. This is the guy so far. I think he's very cute. I've really noticed in the last few days, by the way, my hair's just been super curly all by itself. Like, I've gotten out of bed and my hair is just like bouncy, boinging, shiny and stuff. And I don't know whether it's the fact that I like condition it every day or if it's just naturally that way. But it's made me actually feel comfortable going out without having it pinned back, like with headphones or with this thing. If you could see that very well in this light. Let's see how that thing. Yeah. Hairband. Yeah, and it's just sort of I've actually been going out with my hair not tied back or anything like that, and it looks all right. Natural curls in your hair means you're happy. I am happy. I'm smiling a lot more lately. Thank you. I love the support. You need to reshave your undercut. My ex was a hairdresser and she decided to get an undercut at the back. And it was so that whenever she wanted her hair down, you would never notice that it was there. But if she got her hair up, then it would have like a diamond wedge cutting upwards into it. And she wanted it to have like patterns in it and stuff. And her hairdresser colleagues could never do it even. They always did it wonky. And whenever she wanted a pattern, none of them would be confident enough to do a pattern. So she'd come home and give me her clippers and say, "Could you do it?" And I ended up being so good at doing it, and I did it perfectly on the first go. But she loved how even it was and how perfect, because I'm just such an eye for detail of like must be perfectly level. And she loved the artist in me doing like patterns in it, so I would do little patterns. And we would do it in her kitchen. She had like a really small kitchen, but she put down her hairdresser silks on the floor and over a chair, and she'd just sit there with her head like rested in her hands on her knees, with me behind her, and the gentle buzz and the silence just sent her off to sleep every time. And then eventually she'd just wake up and be like, "Ah, is it done?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, but please don't jump like that when you wake up." Are you going to end up with a massive fucking patch shaved into your head? Me and a friend have been discussing an NPC uh, because he said that he would come back as his old character from our first campaign. But that character's a god, and so it doesn't really fit into the lore of this world. So I was like, I'd love for you to come back, but you can't come back as that character. So what else can we do? And so we found another character that they can come back as, and they would be perfect for it. So one day we're gonna have a whole we're gonna have a session or a bunch of sessions back to back where you will have an additional player in, and they will be playing an NPC for you guys. Did patterns on dummies when they got short enough in school. One I did was an elbow dryer with lightning bolts. That's cool. I just YOLO'd and did it myself. If I do it too wonky, I just shave it all off. And I have gotten quite a bit better since I started. Yeah, that's fair enough. Me growing my hair out started as me being like, I can't afford to get my hair cut. And so it'll be fine if it grows out a little bit longer. But then it became like, oh, this looks pretty good. I'm alright with this. And I decided to just let it keep going. And now I've gotten to a point where it's long enough that I can start tying it back and stuff. But the curls are keeping it from reaching like shoulders and stuff, because it like bounces down to like here. But if you bring it out straight, it goes like past my chin because it's that curly. So I can't really do much with it. Right now, my sides are short and the top can go into a tiny pineapple ponytail. Yeah, that's cool. I have anxiety around going to a hairdresser, so it was like, fuck this, I'll do it myself. That's fair enough. I had a hairdresser completely fuck my hair up so bad once. He didn't use a comb. He was just like, just doing this over the hair just to eye it. And I was like, okay, dude, that's great and all, but I've got like a double crown and two car flicks, and it sticks up at the sides. You know, classic autism hair, where it's like autistic people have got really fucked up hair because for whatever reason we just have this gene that makes our hair fucked. And I was like kind of annoyed by it. And then the next time that I went back to the same place, a different person did my hair. It turned out that the first guy was not a permanent resident barber there. He was more like a freelancer that they'd bring in if people were off sick. And the guy who did my hair the next time, he was the son of the owner, who'd named the salon after him and his brother. And so the guy who did my hair then, this kid called Harvey, he was really, really good. But he also immediately recognized, like, oh, who did your hair last time? Because they did a terrible job. I was like, yeah, I know. He was a guy here. He's like, oh, it wasn't him, was it? I was like, yes, it was. He's like, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, it's not very good. They did really bad. I'm like, yeah, I know that. Could you fix it? And I'm like, yeah. And then he decided that he was going to pick up sticks and leave that place to go and make his own place. That's when COVID lockdown happened. Just as he'd gotten his loan for a new business startup, the first ever lockdown happened, and he had to abandon his thing, I assume. But the person who took over his place as a permanent barber in that setting, that barber shop, was the bad guy. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to find somewhere else now. So I've gone to this other place in town that's like, it's like properly like modeled on the 1920s. It's got like old leather, and it's like 1950s slick, and 1920s look, and it's like proper vintage. And yeah, they're very cool. They're very cool. They know their brand and they work towards it. And the guy who does my hair is going bald himself. So whenever he does do my hair, he's like, "Why the fuck are you doing that? I hate it when it does that." The guy who does my hair regularly, he's like super chill, and he'll like ask me about university and about my artwork and stuff, and he always remembers no matter how many months it's been. But I don't know if he's going to remember this time because it's been December since I last went. And when I go again, it'll just be to neaten up the big hair, you know, the long hair. What annoyed me was that one of the guys there, one of the other barbers, got into a conversation with me about how everyone's a little bit autistic, and I nearly stood up out of my chair and punched him straight in the face. One of my old graphic design uh, uh, uni friends, um, who's just graduated in the summer, um, he. Oh shit, Demi! Don't do that to me. That was scary. Um, yeah, one of the guys on my course with me who graduated at the end of the end of the summer. This summer just gone, he graduated with them. Um, he posted into our group WhatsApp chat a graphic of everyone's a little autistic, and asked what our opinion was of it and what it made us feel. And I said immediately my first one word response was angry. And I kind of left it at that, and then more people chimed in, and I had to give more info and stuff. But yeah. I can't quite get this mustache right, like perfectly the way that I want it. It's growing every time. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. Rage is right. He said it's not his views. He produced it as part of his postgraduate. He's doing a master's, and he wanted to gauge people's opinions of that, of like when diagnoses like that are poorly portrayed. But it did give me an eye opener that one of my friends does actually agree with it, and I had to explain in which ways they were wrong. Um, but you know, this is a chill stream of artwork, so we're not going to stir up that negativity again. Not here. How's your day going, Demi? You've come from the depths of hell? Did you bring any demons with you, or any barbecue? I'm hoping both. Please. B. Hey B, are you joining Critters tomorrow? Oh, you're in pantomime, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, we have a community goal going at the moment where everyone can chip in 2k in channel points or up to 2k in channel points per stream. And if the community goal of 100,000 points is reached, then it means, what do you call it? Then it means that the critters all level up a level. I mean, I'm in a box. Look, can't like can't break out of this box. There's too much box here. Do you know what I mean? Like, look. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Pantomime isn't mime. It's panto. Yeah. It's like it's a very traditional British way of doing live theatre. It's like we shorten it to panto, but it's like it's behind you.
Sticking album got kicked in the taint.
Yeah, so it's like they're behind you. Oh no, they're not. It's like that kind of a thing. Yeah. Very over the top characters. But done for like mostly the enjoyment of the set piece rather than the the like and scene kind of a deal, you know? Yeah. It's very interactive. It's like interactive but fun theater. With very little seriousness in the character. I mean, maybe B will disagree with me because B's more of the theatre person than I am. B actually does acting. Don't come to me for acting tips, folks. The most acting I've done lately is the well, the jokes are like they're like intentionally bad though, right? That's kind of the point of them, right? Like a gambit with the audience. Geo! Mars defo doesn't need Jackal's acting tips. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. I was thinking more on the where the definition lies of what pantomime is and what it isn't.
Gremlin X Sources is a certified Chad.
Fucking come on, Grammy, Grammy, crazy Grammy. So this is actually this is oh shucks. This is Grammy's commission. Grammy's the one who paid me to do this.
Jot said ara ara.
Ara ara. Hey, look. Good or bad, Grammy? I think it might be time to actually rotate this bad boy. How does one rotate a walrus? Like I just did. What do you want from me? Just so you're all aware, B is the one who uh, uh, B is the one who kicks me in the balls on a regular basis. Punches me in the face very often. Ruins my shoulder. This one, yeah. Actually said to me, I worry what the community must think of me. And I was like, well, they think of me as being a sussy dude, and you're the one who's like kicking me in the balls on a regular basis. They think you're a hero. So, yeah. Fuck's sake. Looking, share my pics. Hang on. Oh my god, Geo, what the fuck? Fucking hell. Jesus Christ, Geo. That's great. Fucking hell. That's not what I was expecting. Meow. Right. I'm gonna go for this bit now. Your daughter helped you put it on. It's fucking great. Oh, not your daughter. Tats's daughter. I'm having one of those days where... So I've got an eye condition, and some days I can focus on things no matter how far away they are, and some days my eyes just feel exhausted, and I can't physically focus on stuff. And particularly today, I've been typing a bit this afternoon, and I'm really struggling to read the words that are on OBS, but I'm doing my best. Doing my best for all of you guys. Because I appreciate the support. Shan! Would you like me to poke you in the eye to help? You do that enough. You do that enough. I wouldn't want to put you out. Your incredible acts of charity towards me. Yeah, mantis shrimps are pretty awesome. And they also they can break the glass of their tanks as well. Yeah, it's true. I don't think that they fully understand some spider eyes. That like a lot of eyes aren't spherical. A lot of eyes are like tube shaped. And they've just got a lot of like goop in them, and they don't really understand what that goop functions as, but they've got incredible eyesight and it's insane. But they wish that they could figure out how to use it or whatever to their advantage. Oh, that is a fun fact. Hmm. Interesting. The walrus does not have a name yet, no? Does not have a name yet. But it's, although I'm doing the commission, it's not my character. So, you would have to ask Remy. I thought of Walter immediately, but I like the names that are unexpected. So personally, it would not be. I would not have named it that. I would have gone for something different, like Derek. You know, something completely separate from it. Greg, Jeffrey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting what we called my duck light. You know, the existential crisis duck. And so we've come up with a new name for it because I always keep forgetting. Because it was supposed to be like Colonel something 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 something, and it was too long for me to remember. So I have we've named it Bilbo Quackins because they don't have beaks, they have bills, and Quackins, of course, because Bilbo. So yeah, Bilbo Quackins. And then there's a second one that's going to be named Quackle. Not my idea. Shared some art in your Discord to a kind of swimsuity, so I spoiled them just in case. Thank you. So long as it's in the, so long as it's in like the caption alongside of it, that it is that it has that. Just because I know that I am quite liberal with that kind of thing. Yeah, great. Okay, yeah. You understand then. Yeah. But for anyone who doesn't understand, like I'm quite liberal with that kind of thing. But I do also identify as asexual. But then there's other people who are in the Discord server who are less liberal with that kind of thing and do feel triggered by it. And I would, I do appreciate the spoiler tag because that very much helps. So thank you, Mars. You are a treasure and a scholar. I was just telling somebody earlier today about all of the different campaigns that I've run and how each group has found their own name for their party. And now your group has yet to find one. We need names, damn it. I mean, I'm open to all of it, to be honest, but like it's your choice. I've always left the deciding part to the players. Um, but like, you know, it's going to be the kind of thing that's going to appear on like wanted posters at some point, I'm sure. So whatever you're not afraid to be identified as. You know. Notorious Outlaws, the Gouda guys. You like the Gouda guys? I like the Gouda guys. Oh, so if you get wanted posters, you want some like flaws added in so that they like completely get your descriptions wrong. That's a nice little detail. That's a lovely detail. I'm sure I could swing that. I mean, one thing that I've done for both of the campaigns before is an ensemble picture where everybody's artwork is combined together. You remember that, Shen, because you were in the second campaign. We found a name for the party, and I drew the group together with titling over it like a graphic design thing. So you essentially got your own poster. And in your one, I did it in the style of Scott Pilgrim. Join the Gouda guys. Our adventures stink in a Gouda way. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. It ain't easy being cheesy. And Lucy took that personally. I don't think I've ever tried it. I love cheese. I've never really done the rounds with all different kinds of it though. Because I found what I liked and then I never really felt the need to branch out and find others because I like what I like. Maybe he is, you don't know. Maybe he isn't mopping out the shit, maybe he's mopping in the water. So he can slide down the hallway. No, I watched. Oh, I watched a. What's it called? Jimmy Fallon. I watched a Jimmy Fallon interview with Quentin Tarantino earlier, and I've come to realize that pardon me, I love Tarantino movies, but I hate the man. Maybe hate's a strong word, but I have a large dislike for him. Ugh. You can't stand Will Ferrell? Love the work, hate the man. think this is looking alright so far, to be honest. I don't hate this. Thank you. I like him too. I'm trying to put more focus onto his body and what he's wearing than I am on his feet, which is why I've not really put any detail into that. The thing that I need to do so far is I need to flip him to see if it still makes sense balance-wise. Yeah, no, I need to rotate him slightly. Bit more. Better. You love his face? Oh yeah, I put a lot of time into his face. I think I can... You can kind of tell, I think. On the plane, still no audio. No problems whatsoever. Beautiful. Love that. Just gonna do this so I can pin it. Single brain cell activated simultaneously. I'm taking off. We'll catch up with you all soon. Be safe! Is it B who does animal portraits? B does, and I do, and so does my friend Lauren. B is also very good at um, like geometric patterns, like fractals and stuff. Yeah. Grammy is on a flight right now. You want to direct someone my way then? Oh, please do. Much appreciated. Gotta pay my bills for Christmas, huh? Yeah, a lot of the all of the artwork that's above me here, that's all my work. Um, it's just like a showcase of my artwork that I've done. Um, and yeah, some of it includes pet portraits, pet artwork. I'm thinking that this is ready for color. I like the idea of him having blue skin. Tell me if you disagree. I just think that this would be super cute. Slightly darker feet. Because then we get the contrast of like the worker uniform. And then the bright yellow of this. The orange of this. Like that. What do you think? I think it looks alright, personally. They're all very, apart from two details, it's all very cold though, and I don't know if I want him to look cold. I kind of want him to look a little bit more friendly. So I'm going to need to tweak the colour theory a little bit. My drink has run out though, so I'm going to quickly go and grab one. I'll be right back. Maybe just to go with the walrus aesthetic, we try a brown just to see what it looks like. So let's just keep that there as a possible. But then we'll take this. See what that looks like. See, I like that a bit better. Why do I like that so much more? Yeah, I actually like the brown more. God damn it. I was quite settled on blue, and then I went and rethought it when I went downstairs. Okay. Exactly. He looks cozier. He looks like he's a happier creature. I was saying that to myself. He looks cold. I was saying that as I was like downstairs getting a drink. Like he looks cold. I need to try a different colour. And then I thought maybe brown because that's what walruses normally are coloured like anyway. Even just the ones that I used as reference, they're all brown. Same brain cell. You son of a bitch. Vegas! Welcome, welcome. Look, this is what we're doing. It's commission artwork. Yeah, we've yet to come up with a name for him. Do you have any thoughts? He's a walrus, so of course we've had the obvious Walter. But I like unobvious names, personally. I get tickled by both. So recently we've got I've got a it's called, and if you look it up online, it's called the Existential Crisis Duck. And this is it. So that's the Existential Crisis Duck, right? So we came up with a name for him that is Bilbo Quackins. So that's a very obvious name, right? But I also would go completely along the lines of, like, you know, he's a walrus, so why not call him Derek? Do you know what I mean? Like, completely off the wall, very different. I am... I'm open to anything because it's not my character. But the person whose character it is just got on a flight. And she isn't in the mindset to think up a name right now. Igor. Yeah, that's pretty good. Here's a fun thing for you. Little fun fact. Hang on a minute. Let me move this red. That's better. So here's a fun fact for you. Did you know why airplanes still require people to use airplane mode on their devices? It is because, in America at least, the radio frequency used by radio frequency towers that are all the way across America, the frequency that they use to communicate with aircraft to let them know what level the ground is at that point is so close to the frequency that mobile phones, you know, cell phones use in America, as to make it dangerous. That if one device on board the airplane is poorly tuned or malfunctioning or whatever, then it will throw off the aircraft's instruments and tell the pilots that they are closer to or further away from the ground than they actually are. And in Europe, mobile phones use a different frequency range, which is further away from that like radio tower frequency, and so there's less danger. So in Europe, although they still encourage you to be in airplane mode, it's less important, because the only reason they're like that in America is because there is no gap between those frequency ranges. They're like right up against each other. It's like 3,000 hertz and then 3,000 hertz. Whereas in Europe, it's like 1,000 gap. So you can safely do it. So you're screwed over in America because that's what your cell phones use. But in Europe, all good, baby. Also, on screen, this transmits through the air screen mirroring app that I have as being very, very like uh, cold. Like the yellow looks more green than anything else. It is not that way on my iPad screen. It's the app that I use on my computer to transfer this screen to OBS. So I promise you that on my screen, this yellow looks more like a warm banana yellow than it does a toxic yellow green like it does on the screen. So it's very, very different. The color space is much, much better the way that I'm drawing it. Neon piss yellow, exactly. So that's not the way that that it is on my screen. One of my flights couldn't land as there was a coyote on the runway. Jesus. Fucking hell. Hang on, let me do this, and then the only thing I've got left to do is the green. Kind of want the green to be the last thing I do, to be honest. In the flat colour, anyway. And then once I've got the flat in, then I can do some shading and detailing. Highlights and that. I hate little dots like that. Fuck off. There's a slight delay between my iPad screen and the air mirroring screen on my PC as well. An ever so slight delay, like a split second. And it's just enough. It's just enough to distract me when I see it, when I notice it. Which is why when I'm drawing on OBS while I stream, I keep my head completely down so that I don't get any of that distraction. But occasionally it means that I miss messages and stuff. So every now and then I just check to make sure that there's no new messages. That's why I'm always like looking back up at the screen, because otherwise I won't see it. It's too distracting. Mr. Mafia dude. I get that. He is a janitor though, mopping up shit. So I'm not sure that he's. I'm not sure that he's mafia dude quality or material. Just forgot the world exists when I get hyperfocus. Yeah, I get you. I was in conversation with someone the other day, and the two of us just got to a point in the conversation, and I was just like, I feel like I've just shat all of my spoons out of my arse. Like I've just lost all of my spoons all at once. And they were like, yeah, I got that like 2 minutes ago. It's weird, isn't it? And we were just like, I think we need sleep. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to bed. And that was that. End of conversation. We just both were like, yeah, yeah, okay then, bed. All right, night. Fucking great. When you both understand spoons that much and you just like, we need EPs. Would I ever visit Canada? Yes. I actually wanted to live there for a while. I'm not so sure if I do want to live there now, but for a time I was considering moving there. I hadn't even visited there yet, but it seemed like an idyllic place compared to where I live. Nothing against the place now, just... I don't know, I think maybe I'm growing to like my own country the older I'm getting. I think maybe it's like boomer syndrome. The older you get, the more patriotic you are. But everyone's got their own view of what patriotism is, haven't they? So I'm just trying not to become an old twat. That'll do me. So long as when I'm old, I'm not an absolute twat, I'll be fine. Alright. Flat colour is done. Two little details though. Thank you. Twisted! How's it going, Twisted? It's going good for me. How about you? Chilling. Love that. Yeah, Twisted, are you going to be there tomorrow for Critters? I think Luca, Strawberry, and Mars might be joining. I've made the map already. I still need to ask everybody, you know, like I normally do. Need to ask, still need to ask Lex as well. Because Lex hasn't been in it for a bit. I want to get them back in. You'll try. And I believe in you. If anyone can do it, you can do it. We still need a name for this guy. Twisted, I need you to come up with a name for this guy. So far, we've got Jeremiah Gustry. Gino. Igor. Yeah. It's going to be Gremmy's decision, because it's Gremmy's commission. But I am... Dexter's good. Brugin, okay. I'm planning on presenting all of these suggestions to Grammy so that Grammy can make the decision for herself. But the more of these good ideas that we get, the better. I'm really liking Jeremiah Gustry at the moment. I like names that have nothing to do with the character's appearance, you know? Because if you were born with a big head, your parents wouldn't call you Chrome Dome. Do you know what I mean? They'd call you, like, James, just as an example. You're not going to be... Your parents are the ones that decide your name, and they're not going to call you something like if you're a walrus, they're not immediately going to say, I know what we're going to call him. We're going to call him Mr. Walrus. Like, fuck's sake. Right, billboard head. Hans. Hoping you got a few soon, you need the cash. A few what? Walruses? Or commissions? If commissions, I know what you mean. I need the cash too. Yeah. Times are tough. And I'm not getting a payslip in I'm not getting a payslip in November. And I've still got to cover the bills and all that so I don't get evicted in that time. Shamrock. I like Shamrock. Are you saying our man is Irish? Because if you are, I'll be asking you not to. Alright. Tony Baloney. See, I was gonna pronounce that how it's supposed to be pronounced, Bologna. But I know you wouldn't mean it that way. Because you're American. By the way, if you like this music, you should check out their stuff. They actually allow it to be used freely on streams and on YouTube videos. They just ask that you like credit them in the description. It's called Lo-Fi Girl. They've got a bunch of branding stuff. They're all over Spotify and YouTube. You can find their music anywhere. It's chill beats to study to and all that. But if you've not checked them out already, you definitely should. It's very good music to like relax to. Frappuccino. Hmm. I'm going to run all of these by Gremmy. My current recommendation is sitting with Jeremiah Gustry. There's something about that name that's just very different. And I like that. Nearly done. Strawberry! Hey, Strawberry, you gonna be in, what do you call it? Critters tomorrow. What do you say, Strawberry? You going to be there tomorrow? No pressure. I would love it if you could, though. But no pressure. But I would love it if you could. But no pressure. But I would love it if you could. Why isn't this doing it? It ain't doing nothing. This is weird. Start doing something. God damn it. I've been doing it for so long that my app has like screwed up and it's no longer accepting the input. So let's get rid of this. Start again. You gonna accept the input now, you twat? Fucking opacity was the twat bag. God damn it. Right, okay. Well, we got it now. Okay, so highlights, yellow, lighten. Hey, now we got it. I don't really like this, to be honest. I don't think I need a highlights. Well, we'll go for some black, though. Fact. That's better. Keep spotting more and more places that I need to add shading. God damn it. Right. Well, no, I don't. It never selects it. There we go. Right, now it's added in. Thank you. Alright, we've got to figure out what colour to go in the background. See, I like a faint blue. You can barely see it on screen. See what I mean? See, I quite like this because it mirrors the floor that he's been cleaning. You get what I mean? I like it. I never remember how I sign my work. Because it's very much not a standard way of signing anything. Let's see how this looks like. That'll do me. And we're at 3 hours and 20 minutes, which was the amount of time that the commission was paid for. 3 hours and 20. Exactly. So I think I've made good time. And I think I'm happy with this illustration, actually. Okay, I think that's it. Finito. This is our chum. We don't know his name. His name will have to be written in the scrolls of time. But at the moment, we think maybe Jeremiah Gustry. I like it. I think I'm ready to push time on this one, though. So, I am going to export it. And let's see what the replay looks like. You should, Lucy. We could have a whole walrus, like, family. Syndicate. Business. Done. That's our friendo. Oh, dear. Oh. Get myself into a more decent posture now. Bloody hell, mate. Bloody hell. Okay. Let us see where we can go and raid now, because I don't have the spoons to do anymore. We've got Sassy Bad Clarence. We've got Demi is online playing Fallout Shelter. I think we should go and pay Demi a visit. Because you know how we like to surprise Demi. Right, well, if you are following, it's raid message 1. If you are subbed, it is raid message number 2. I hope that you all have a lovely, lovely day, whatever it is that you are up to. I am going to go and get myself probably some chocolate and be a snacky boy playing some Rocket League. I hope to see you all again soon. Today is Sunday for me. Tomorrow is Monday. And tomorrow, at around this time, we will have just brought or just be bringing Critters to a close. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got a whole map ready. And I'm hoping that you guys have learned enough in the last 11 sessions, 12 sessions, to be able to speed run this shit and beat the whole thing. But we will wait and see. I hope that you all have a lovely, lovely time, whatever it is that you are up to. And remember, if you can't be good to yourself, then at least have fun. Have a plentiful end to your Sunday and a wicked week next week. Goodbye!